Today I thought I would need to hit off another video just to give an update on the corrosion and mechanical issues and legal issues on the van. It's not been much progress, but I will show you through the video. It's been a really hectic week. I've started a additional job as an instructor on a maritime safety center, which is quite interesting. The car is in an absolute mess and it's been to the workshop and we've been back and forth with all kinds of things. But today I will just train the dogs, relax and clean up here a little by little. But a positive addition to the van is the Anchor Solix C800. I'm not sponsored at all, so my opinions on this hefty beast will be most likely honest. For some reason up at the cabin it won't charge over 80%. Have no clue why. Tried to look in the instructions. The 12-volt charging cable was too short to reach up to the front, because that's the only place I have 12-volt outlets. But I will see if I can find an extension, because it's stupid not to recharge this when I'm actually driving. I will start using this to run the cheap fridge. We have a store called Biltema. That store is like a cheap outlet, so it's not the most high-end products. Some of them are really poor. I won't say crap, but pretty poor. Other products are really great for value for the price. That's a gamble you take when you don't buy high-end products. But the customer support is pretty good there here in Bodø. So I'm by work, just fixing some waffles. The anti-rust guy said that the rust problem is quite extensive. Not under the car was actually okay. But on the panels, it's gonna be a huge job to sandblast that. They don't even know how extensive that rust damage is, and they won't see that before they start sandblasting. So now I talked to some lawyers. It's actually difficult to get them to take this case before we are into the next negotiations, so I need to get hold of a lawyer who can actually tell me you should demand this and this and this before I go into this negotiation meeting. As you can see, I haven't slept much. This is the reason why I bought the car from a dealership, so I wouldn't have to go through all this shit. I mean, I can handle loads, but I hate administrative stuff like this, and this is exactly what I wanted to avoid. I just need to keep on fighting, and hopefully I will get out of this in a good way. And maybe this wasn't the right car for me, and I learned what I want from a car and what I don't want from a car. Even though it's a shitty situation, you can always learn something, and you can only focus ahead. You can't do anything with the past. Stoicism. For the 100th time, having the necessary tools in the vehicle, just perfect for what I'm doing. Because I just came over a set of screws that I haven't anticipated. Now I have what I need to further investigate. And these are the screws in question. Oh, fuck, they're tight. I just had the screwdriver. I would have twisted the heads over. Tools are fairly well organized, so instead of just trying that one screw, I actually take out what I need if there is any issue with the job. Okay, let's see. Hva dere synes om at vi har fått bil? The other day when I stopped to train the dogs in the afternoon, I was looking at the car when we came back and I'm like, should I keep this vehicle or not? What is the right thing to do? Because the lease on the cabin I'm renting expires at the end of April. And now we are at the 6th of April. So I'm eager to get this car livable, as you can say. And I was wondering, is my bias towards keeping the car because of all the stress that I need a place to stay? And am I letting that take the better part of my judgment? Today, just to make this day a little bit worse, I got this. This, I don't even know what it means. So I'm definitely going more and more towards just like getting rid of this car. I'll show you on the outside. I've been looking at other cars with similar kilometers and specs, and I can get more out of my money than I got with this car. So most of these Sprinters, they come with a trailer hitch, and I think that's like between 15 to 20,000 Norwegian kroner to get that installed. But what we could see when we had this car up is, when we had this car suspended, it's actually difficult to see now, is that there is a lot of points along the channel where there is damage. Like here, for instance. And if you look here, we can clearly see that they did a poor job on masking off this when they painted it, when they repainted it. And they didn't tell me about this paint job, which is done on both sides. And here we can see they have done a pretty bad job at the primer. And this is where the masking tape was. And I suspect that masking tape is painted over. So it's also more, so it's more than just the technical issues I found with the car. It's all the ones I haven't found because they are not being honest. And it's so apparent that they are trying to hide something. And I don't want to take that risk. This was the whole reason I bought the car from a dealership and not from a private person. So I can get more car out of my money than this. So that's definitely what I'm doing. The weather have definitely improved since I posted the last time. I think that was over a month ago. So now I can actually live in the van, even though it's not isolated and everything is nice and dandy. And I'm going to work in a place I never worked before. It's called Engavågen. And I decided to leave a day early just to like start getting the hang of van life and what I really want to do. And this road is just so beautiful. There's so many good spots. And I just realized sitting here making the dinner for me and the boys is that this just feels so right. I love my job and I love going to different places, and now I just like, I'm not just going from A to B just to get to work or just to get somewhere. I'm just taking it easy, stopping here and there, airing the boys, look around and just enjoy. And there's no stress. That makes me keep things in order. So the energy that I need to start something is so much less. Like stopping here and making the dinner outside, everything was like, I knew where everything was and everything was prepared. And that's definitely something I need to continue doing, because I get so much more. And I really think the boys are enjoying. Leave it, up, 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 leave it. But just look at this. I hope it will be a great summer. So the legal issues with the car, it's not solved. I got hold of a guy who is licensed to... The legal issues with the van is not solved. I got hold of a guy who has a license to like put a value on the damage on the car and what the car is actually worth. And I will send him all the documentation I have on the car. And I also need to rent a workshop where he can actually do an inspection. So I hope to get that done next week. I'm sorry this was a really postponed video, and it's quite a chaotic video. But I will start filming leaving from here. So I will start making a new video as soon as I'm done with dinner. And I will find a theme and stick to it. So hopefully that will be more viewable. But for everyone who's watching and giving us a like, thanks you a lot. It means a ton to us to start this journey. So again, thanks. And if anyone comes to Norway for van life, just get in touch with us. And definitely if you enjoy training dogs, take care.